back to Live in Peacefully. Today I'm going to be talking about a social media detox that I did for 21 days. It was not my first social media detox, but it was one that I wanted to share the experience with you and a few key points that I wanted to bring out to you as well. Just a disclaimer, social media I don't really think is a bad thing. It's a place where people can meet friends and meet old family and see how people are doing and reconnect with people that you've known over the years. And that's pretty awesome. However, to everything, there is a downside to it. And this is just something that we have to keep on top of. This is why we detox so much of our lives, whether we're detoxing our colon, our lifestyle, different things that we do in our lives. So with social media, it is another aspect, a heavy aspect of our life, because many of us spend so much time consumed on our phones that once in a while we do have to detox as well. So I just wanted to go into the pointers about that. First thing I wanted to point out is that there's a constant comparison of what people are doing on the day to day. Now, the minute that I first got on the detox, like day one, I noticed that there was a sense of freedom. Like, oh, I don't have to post what I ate today. I don't have to post that I went to the gym today. The world won't know that I worked out. It was just a sense of, I don't have to every minute compare my life to, oh, this person works out every day. This person's eating really good. This person's, partying, having fun. I need to do the same thing. I need to appear fun. And I was just like, I don't have to do that. And it was just like a weight that lifted off me. And it sort of brought me back to the olden days of when I was in middle school before this social media, blast. I would just come home and just be myself. So I was just being myself. I was finding little things to do, little projects that I wanted to work on, little things that I've always wanted to get done, but I've always found myself on my phone or worried about, taking selfies or doing this and doing that, instead of doing the little things that, make me happy or make me more full as a person. So now I wanted to bring up another point. People only post what they want you to see. We all know this. Life is not just rainbows and flowers and butterflies and a whole bunch of good times. Life consists of bad times too. Life is hard at times. It's not every day we wake up and it's just like, yeah, it's morning time. It's an amazing thing to do. Let's take on the world. Because I know I don't wake up like that. Unless I have some tea or coffee first, then maybe I could tackle the day. But not every day is sunny. Sometimes we have to deal with some storms. And the thing about social media that we only post the highlights of our life. We're not taking a picture when we just get out of bed with our pajamas on. Some people might do it if they got the money like that. If they live in a mansion, hell yeah, I'll take pictures anytime doing whatever the hell I want to do on some Kylie Jenner shit. But most people, they only post when they're out, when they're looking good, when they are feeling good. And a lot of the people, especially young people, teenagers, a lot of young adolescents, they are out there comparing what they think is a boring life to what people post of all their highlights, especially with celebrities. Most of their life is a highlight, basically, because everyone's on them 24/7. So they're posting all the happy moments, all the good moments. But even them, they're humans like us. They deal with things like us. They deal with breakups, heartaches, business issues, things that's going on in their lives. They don't post everything like that. They keep their life private, especially like Beyonce, who I admire for her privacy. She doesn't put everything out there for the world to see. But, what she does put out is usually positivity. Same with my page. I like to put positive images out there. I post myself when I'm, going out, having a good time, because no one wants to see the negative sides. But we have to understand, and in order for us to grow as people, we have to understand that there is a negative side to everything that we do. And we don't have to feel that only the negativity is happening to us, because we all have to experience this life together. Another point I wanted to bring out is the fear of missing out. Another thing that I dealt with during my detoxes was oh, well, I don't know what's going on. The news, Facebook is heavy on posting whether it's real news or fake news, or, talks about the election or coronavirus or whatever's going on. It just posts about a lot of news. And sometimes we feel as if we're missing out on what's going on the day to day, whether it's celebrity news or the next. Personally, I felt a sense of relief and a sense of peace by not going on there and not hearing for once about COVID-19, or not hearing for once about the next thing that Trump said on a debate, or whatever the case may be. I was just content with going with my day-to-day and handling and focusing on what I wanted to do. And that gave me a great sense of relief. So also, real life is not online. And that's very important. It sort of goes back into us, realizing that people only put their highlights online. Real life is not online. Make sure that you take care of your real life. Unfortunately, I've known some people that have great social media accounts, many followers, awesome pictures, but the real life was not comparable. There was a lot of damage in their life, a lot of damage in their personality traits. I believe that people should be able to prioritize things in their life as if pay your bills, or, do things you got to do, take care of your kids, make sure your real life is in order before making sure that your picture has a lot of likes, because those just don't go hand in hand with each other. Although you may have social media, and again, I'm not against social media, but make sure that your real life is in order as well as your social media account. Now, another thing that I realized that I was doing before I did the detox was a lot of mindless scrolling, which is where I would sit there and literally just scroll, not really even taking in the information that I was seeing necessarily, but I'd just be like scrolling, tapping, wasting time in my day when I could have been doing something a little bit more productive with myself. And I noticed that I would do that a lot, whether I was standing online somewhere, or whether I was, hanging out with friends or going out, or, with my boyfriend, whatever. I'd just be, taking up time just scrolling, taking up time trying to find the perfect selfie to post up instead of living in the moment. And that's something that is one of my mantras that I'm working on, as far as living in the moment and making sure that I enjoy this moment that we have in life and learning to live in peace. You hear me? So this is something that I wanted to portray. And I noticed that a lot of the time when I would go out during my social media detox, I'd enjoy the moment a lot more, because I wasn't mindlessly scrolling or, looking for a selfie to put up that moment. Like, oh, people got to see that I'm eating this great meal right now, that I'm sipping this drink right now, that I'm doing this hookah right now. And it just felt like I was just living my life, because we only have one life to live. Physically, maybe people believe in spiritual lives as well, but physically we have one life to live. So we have to make the best of it. And especially since life is short, we don't want to spend most of our time on the internet. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was that at first, before I do the social media detox, I think to myself, oh my God, I'm gonna feel so lonely. I'm gonna feel bored. I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. But then you just learn to deal with it. There was times when I was bored and I was like, oh, I wish I was on my phone scrolling, or, I was on Facebook reading this, reading that. But then you got to come to the terms that this boredom and this loneliness that you're feeling is a result of other things in your life that need to be fixed or that need to be cared for. So I got to the point where even when it reached the 21 days, I felt good within my life. Whether it wasn't as exciting as the next person that travels all the time or that eats at fancy restaurants every day, I felt good within myself because I was content with what I had and what I was doing. I wasn't in the constant comparison or feeling the need that I had to do something else or put a pretty filter up and get so many likes, which is artificial, because who really has, 1,000 friends? You don't, very few have real, genuine friends, and you realize who your real, genuine friends are and people that are really there with you when you do step offline. But these are the points that I just wanted to bring up. I thought it was a good experience. I am online again. However, I'm not on it as much as I used to be, and that's how I want to continue as well. For those of you who are thinking about doing a social media detox, you can take it step by step, whether you want to do like a day or a week, or start off small just to see how comfortable you are with it. Because again, we do only have one life. We have to be able to live in the moment and make the best of it. I do hope that you enjoy this video and that you enjoy the rest of the fall season. It is November. Happy November, and I'll see you soon. Thank you and bye.